Welcome to This Week in the NFL Week 8 edition. Get ready for some garbage. Who knew this game would end up becoming a battle of nearly identical records? Be honest. This game ended up being a battle of who wanted to lose more. Congratulations, Buccaneers. It's you. Now Bills fans can have false hope about winning the Super Bowl. This is looking like a repeat of the 90s again. Huh. Our offense looks competent and confident, and we actually managed to get a quality win over a good opponent? Who is this team and what have you done with my New Orleans Saints? The Falcons may always have the Red Stallions, but they'll never have a competent quarterback with Desmond Ridder still out there and no sign of putting in the greatest quarterback to ever play the sport, Taylor Heineke. As the Titans roll out to an early lead and oh my goodness, the Mad Men did it. They actually put Taylor Heineke in the game. Look at Heineke in all his glory as he throws a touchdown and boasts a QB rating of 100 points. It's beautiful. It's hope-inducing. It's a Falcons team that gives up 4 touchdowns to Will Levis. Thanks to the Falcons being inconsistent, the Saints accidentally stumble into a tie for first place in the division. Saints-Falcons might legitimately become a rivalry to determine the winner of the NFC South. Well, this is a terrible game. The Jaguars ended up getting stifled by the Steelers' defense, but the Steelers' offense can't do crap, and the referees aren't helping them either. Some referee calls also went their way as well, so yeah. Do what you will with that information. But yeah, the Jaguars won. What comedy routine should I use here? The Dolphins are so bad that you'll think it's the 80s again with Dan Marino? No, that's not good enough. The Patriots are so bad that literally a college team can beat them? No, that doesn't really work either. I mean, I'm stuck, folks. I can't think of anything funny for this game. I need something to work with. Anything. The Battle of New York. That should help. It's always funny when a team ends up with negative passing yards and still wins. Jeez, the Jets really would have been 7-0 without Aaron Rodgers' injury getting in the way. Now all the Giants have to do is convert a 4th down and they'll be, why are you kicking that? Brian Daboll. It's 4th and 1. And you have an injured kicker. And you kick a really long field goal anyway. What do you think happens? Of course, Zach Wilson is him, and we go to overtime. Somehow. I'm starting to believe that football teams are throwing for ratings, pro and college. And that's never good. Now, normally I'd laugh at you for being ridiculous, but I can honestly see why with these type of games. And these type of teams. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find some tinfoil so I can make a hat out of it. On the other hand, congratulations to the Carolina Panthers for their first win of the season. Turns out, Bryce Young was the better selection. Who knew? Oh, Vikings, will you ever stop letting your fans down? Just when the Vikings thought they had a chance at the division, Kirk Cousins goes down, and now they traded for Joshua Dobbs. Yikes. At least the Packers were bad enough so that they could get a 4th win of the season to even up their record. But I'm starting to seriously doubt this Vikings team. If the Rams keep turning in games like this, then you can pretty much forget about what I said about them being elite. Someone has to win that NFC West division. And it for sure as heck won't be the Cardinals. On the other hand, the Cowboys might want to wait until they move past the divisional round until they start talking about Super Bowl hopes. Although at this point, hopefully they don't need me to say this to know that. Eagles, will you ever stop struggling with the Commanders? I swear, Washington treats the Eagles like if it was their Super Bowl. But there is one crucial addition to the Eagles roster: Julio Jones. They realized he was still a thing and were bold enough to trade for him. He managed to do something he almost never does in this game: catch a touchdown. That's enough to bring the Eagles to victory, along with some other touchdowns. How legit is this team? We'll find out come playoff time. Well, at least I can watch the Browns win over the Seahawks. It's all they need is 3 yards to win the game, and oh my gosh, why are you passing it? He just threw an interception. So, Kevin Stefanski. I may be biased, but I think you're one of the better head coaches in the game. However, passing it on 3rd and 3, near midfield, when the clock is ticking near 2 minutes, why not run the ball? I mean, hello, we signed Kareem Hunt for a reason? And of course, the Seahawks score a touchdown because the defense can't stop short field situations. Why the heck would you ever put your trust in PJ Walker? Somehow the only 2 coaches I have yet to see a major coaching blunder as far as coaching mistakes go, that, at least personally to me, I don't have a problem with, other than first-year head coaches and old farts who probably should just retire by this point, are Dan Campbell of the Detroit Lions and Robert Saleh of the New York Jets. Every other coach I've seen some sort of blunder with. How? Let it be known that this game was secretly domination by the Baltimore Ravens. It just took a last-second rally to get the game within 1 score for the Cardinals, just to make the score a little bit better on the surface. I don't know how much I trust the Ravens, but I guess they are doing what they're supposed to. All I have to say is, we better beat Clayton Tune and the Arizona Cardinals as a Browns fan if I want any hope of reaching the playoffs. If you told me that Taylor Swift, after becoming a Chiefs fan, would watch her team get utterly demolished by another team, I would have laughed. If you said that team was the Denver Broncos, I would have laughed even harder. But somehow, they did it. The Broncos managed to beat the Chiefs. And not only that, they beat them by 15 and held them to only 9. It's been a long time since Denver fans have used this phrase unironically, but it's time. Broncos country, let's ride. Surprisingly, the 49ers managed to get Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey for this game. Unsurprisingly, they got blown out of the water, as they lose by double digits. I'm starting to think the 49ers run was more of a Linsanity run than anything. Bengals, well done. Come on, and step right up to the toilet bowl of the week. The show where we have to put up a disclaimer. Get ready for a bunch of yakking. Disclaimer, the Toilet Bowl of the Week TM is a comedy segment on the weekly YouTube show This Week in the NFL, published by St. Bonaventure, focusing on the worst team matchup of the week, not the worst game result. Please keep that in mind while you watch this video segment. That's why we see more boring matchups instead of hilarious matchups. But anyway, the Bears got flushed. All Chargers fans experience pain, but this week they'll experience less pain because they got bailed out by talent and bad opponents. Be sure to tune in next week for more crap. Oh geez, Lions, what happened? I thought I could put my trust in you, and now you're struggling with the Raiders of all teams. I mean, good lord, is any NFL team legit this year? I have yet to see an NFL team that doesn't make me want to pop a blood vessel over how overly reliant they are on talent. Can I find one NFL team that doesn't make me want to rage at the television screen? How about the Dolphins? What? I said if you want to root for an NFL team that's actually legit this year, How about root for the Dolphins? What? No. My reputation would be ruined. People would call me a bandwagon. I have a life to live. Then again, that does imply that I have a life to live, and I have a reputation to uphold. This division is carried by the Dolphins. If it wasn't for them, it's either a mediocre Bills team or a Jets team that I just can't help but feeling bad for at this point. The Patriots, on the other hand, are 2-6 and are hopelessly done for the season. I think it's time to get Caleb Williams, boys. Hello, we're back, department. I'd like to file a claim. The Cincinnati Bengals. They're silently 4-3 in a weak division other than the Baltimore Ravens, and they're injured to heck and back. On the other hand, the Steelers are, according to their fans, getting robbed blind by the refs, while the Browns choked. So yeah, this division is fine. The Jaguars should cruise to an easy division title, unless if they choke like the Titans did last year, which is probably not happening thanks to their overall better coaching. If any team's gonna catch them, it's the Texans, who just gave the Panthers their first win of the season. Oof. Hello, we're back, department. I'd like to file another claim. The Denver Broncos. Yes, this team is supposed to be mid, but they're good on paper, and this team managed to dominate the Chiefs in a game that didn't even feel close. I'm not sure how trusting I am yet of them, so I'll stick them behind the Chargers for now, but I can now see this team fighting for a wild card spot. As for the other three teams, they didn't change at all. Did you think you had a chance to make the playoffs, Giants? Honestly, you probably didn't. That dumb debacle was so bad it allowed the Commanders to pass by you once again. Also, as far as my power rankings go for next week, the Eagles-Cowboys game is going to be huge. Well, I think the Lions have this division pretty much wrapped up. Not only do they have the lead by a mile, but also the Packers and Bears are hot garbage now, and the Vikings had a sliver of hope until Kirk Cousins injured himself, and now they have to go with Joshua Dobbs as quarterback. Unless if the Lions pull like a massive choke or something, they should make the playoffs. Hello, we're back, department. I'd like to file a third claim. The New Orleans Saints. The offense is back and working up to full speed now, and now it kind of looks like our defense is holding us back. Funny how life works, huh? Also, the other two teams in the NFC South managed to lose a game. Yes, the Panthers won, but they are way out of division contention at this point. It would take an absolute miracle for them to come back. Hello, we're back, department. No, I am not trying to file a fourth claim. I just wanted to tell you that if any Los Angeles Ram fan thinks the team is back, they're not. No, they're not. Someone has to win this division, and at this point, I'd put my money on Seattle. But anyway, that will do it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell, and don't forget about John 3:16. And I'll see you next time. By the way, an interesting piece of news about the Raiders. As I finish off this episode, Josh McDaniels has been let go. About time. The question I have for them is, why now? Not only did it take a long time for you to get rid of him, but you do it when he actually had a decently quality loss to the Lions? Well, I guess any time is a good time. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 25. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. So make sure to share the Lord's word with everyone else, because not only will the people you share it to be refreshed, you will be too.